Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today's episode, we are going to understand the four important components of the divine hybrid system. These four components work together to help us identify a valid trading setup. We are not going to make this complicated. I will explain each component in a simple way so that you can understand what it does, why it is important, and how we use it in the system. So let's get started. First is the AI trained cloud. This is the first component of the divine hybrid system. So the main purpose of the Diva AI trained cloud is to help us understand the overall market direction. It helps us identify whether the market environment is bullish or bearish. In a bullish environment, we went to price to above the AI trained cloud, and in a bearish environment, we went price to below the AI trained cloud. So we can think of the AI trained cloud as one of the first things we look at when we want to understand the direction of the market. It helps us avoid looking at a setup without understanding the bigger market environment. Let's check the example. Okay, this is the bearish environment sign below the price level, below the price AI trend cloud, and this is the bullish sign. Price is above the AI trend cloud. So I think it's a clear and it's a very easy, not complicated. So let's move the smart rail. The second important component is the smart rail. Smart rail is a very important part of the divine hybrid system. One of its important uses is SL placement, as it also plays an important role in position size and a lot size calculation because our position size is connected to the stop loss distance. See, you can see this one. So the smart rail is not just another line on the chart, it becomes an important part of our trade management and risk calculation. In some situation, the smart rail can also provide a signal at an important moment. However, this is very rare situation. We don't use the smart rail simplify because it gives a signal. We always look at the complete setup and follow the complete rules of the system. Okay, so this is the example. SL is here and TP is here. It is the same because calculate the size of it's here, and this is entry and this is SL. Difference between the price and also TP is here. It's a very important. Okay, so remember, smart rail is an important part of both setup analysis and risk management. Okay, let's move the background color. So the divine hybrid system uses two main background colors. The first one is aqua, you, which represent a bullish environment and is used for long positions. Okay, the second one is red. This is the red, which represents a bearish environment and is used for short positions. But the background color is much more important than simplify showing whether the market is bullish or bearish. The background color is what helps us identify our trading setup. Later, we will learn that we have two different setup types with background color and within background color. We will discuss these two setup types in detail in the upcoming videos. Okay, so let's a brief. Okay, this is the with background color setup. Okay, okay, so example, and this one is the within the background color setup because it's the under of the background, and this type of signal setups is the with background color, and this one is the within background color. I hope you are understand. Another important reason we use the background color is that it helps us filter out sideways market condition. Okay, let's check the example. Okay, in this day we are starting trading to okay 2 p.m. First signal, second, third, four, five, six, and seven. Okay, total seven trades filter out in this day. It's a very important because it's also check the liquidity. Okay, and if you are only a signal based trading and seven trades are losing, but the confirmation is important, and a single trade cannot be lose with the confirmation. Okay, this can help us avoid many situation where the price makes a fake breakout or a fake breakdown. In the way the background color works somewhat like a price action filter, but it is not simplify a normal price action tool. The divine hybrid system uses its own calculation to determine the background condition, which makes it an important part of the overall framework. So whenever you see a background color, don't think of it as just a colored area on the chart. It is an important part of the setup formation process. Okay, let's move the another component. This is the fourth component. This is the last, na? Previous swing high and the previous swing low. It's important. Okay, this is the previous swing high and this one is the previous swing low. These levels are especially important when we are dealing with within background color. Look like let's check the example. It's an example, okay? However, that does not mean swing levels are not important in with background color setups. They are important there as well, but there are specific conditions. For example, if the previous swing high or a swing low is very close to the background color setups. Okay, let's check the example. Okay, let's check any example. Okay, let's check in the crude oil. Okay, this is the right example of with background color setups. This is the previous swing high, and it's the breakout candle, and it's a important. Otherwise, normal method you can trade this. Okay, first candle and a second one, and third is the confirmation. Okay, that is the entries. Sorry. Okay, the background color setup, or if the level enter the background color area, we have to respect that level. Okay, let's move the gold chart. Now let's look at the within background color setup. In this type of setup, previous signal levels become even more important. Okay, let's check the previous swing high. Okay, this is the within background color setup and mark the previous swing high. It's already marked, but extend the line. You are choosing a horizontal line, okay, and marked this area, and this is the breakout candle. If the previous signal level is close to the current setup, it's very close to the current setup, we cannot simplify, ignore it, and take an immediate entry. Price needs to interact with the level first. This is the intersection position, and then we continue with the normal confirmation process. Okay, you also see an example. This is the previous swing high and this is the breakout candle. It's very close to the signal. Special case. Let's move to special case in this signals swing highs. Okay. Now there is the one more important situation that I want to explain. Sometimes a background color setup appears, but the setup fails to complete its confirmation. This time it's a failed because third candle is not close below this candle. This means the signal that appeared before or around the background setup did not receive the required confirmation. For example, let's say red background color, it's a red background color, okay. Price moves, but first candle and this one is the second candle. That failed setup can create an important swing low. Okay, this is the important swing low. Okay, and it's already marked, but it's extended. Okay, this is the horizontal line, and this is marked, and this is the confirmation. And in this setup, you require three candle setup. Okay, we can mark the low because it can become important in new. In this situation, we can manually extend. Okay, extended line for the price to break it with the proper confirmation candle. So instead of ignoring the failed background setup, we use that previous level as an important reference for the next setup. This is the example. Once you see in the chart, the concept become very simple. Okay, it's a failed, but in this setup you can see it's a pass. Okay, so let's quickly summarize what we learned today. AI Trend Cloud helps us understand the market direction. Smart Trail is important for setup analysis and SL and position size calculation. It's the SL and also position size calculation. Background color helps identify the trading environment and setup, and previous swing high and low help us identify important levels that must be respected before execution. These four components work together to create the foundation of a valid setup. And remember, as setups creates an opportunity, confirms creates execution. In the next episode, we will start going deeper into with the background color and within background color setups, and then will connect them with candle theory and actual trade examples. I will see you in the next video.